good evening, everybody. Come on in. Happy Sunday to you. I hope everybody had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. It was just very nice and didn't rain here in Seattle. That's always a bonus, especially this time of year. At least it didn't rain too bad. So I consider that a win. And we had a beautiful full moon yesterday. I hope everybody was able to at least get a glimpse of it in all of its glory. If you didn't, I'm sure you felt it. Or if you didn't realize you felt it, um, full moons tend to, they really power us up. They really energize us. And so a lot of times you can find that your emotions are heightened, or you're restless, you can't sleep, things like that. And so what's good about these energy updates is it helps you understand kind of what's going on in the background frequency. And so that way, at least it makes sense. If you have like emotions coming up or things, happening, and you're like, what's causing this? Sometimes there isn't a necessary cause other than it's just the energy that's moving through you, that's moving around you, and it's imprinting you and it's activating you. And so what's beautiful about us coming together on Sunday nights to talk about the energy that we're in and the energy that we're going to be interacting with in this coming week is it helps you just raise your awareness so that you can kind of just ride the wave. And when these things come up and you get triggered, or you get activated, you can use it and you can channel it, in the right way. So I always say awareness is everything. And that's what I really love about doing these updates. And then once we understand, what the energy is that's moving around us, we can tune ourselves just like you tune a musical instrument. I mean, that's a great example. You all know what it's like when you hear somebody banging on a piano that's out of tune. You're like, ah, versus something that, just sounds completely harmonized, completely balanced. And so this work that we do today just takes minutes of time, but it can set your tone for the entire week. So don't discount the importance of it. So thank you all for joining me. Let's get started. We talked about the full moon yesterday that we had. The full moon is in Virgo, and full moons affect our inner self. And Virgo energy, I actually have quite a bit of Virgo energy, so I can really relate with this. Virgo energy can be critical in its quest for perfection. Virgo is the virgin, so it's about perfection in all of its forms. And so the key is just to realize that in this quest for perfection, this energy can tend to leave you a little overscheduled, just trying to get a lot done, trying to, just kind of make a lot of headway and knock off, a lot of stuff on your to-do list, and not a lot of time left over to nurture your inner self. And so be aware of that. And when you're setting intentions or you're writing your to-do list, these next couple days, just take a little extra time or write into your to-do list, some self-care, some wellness ideas that are going to harmonize this energy so you don't end up feeling, just kind of neglected or, drained, or just, kind of overworked and overzealous. So keep that in mind. And this full moon energy over the next couple days is going to also be in line with the earth in human design. We take the planets to a next level and interpret them also moving through the I Ching mandala of universal energy. Without nerding out too much on you, it's basically all the different ways that energy can express itself in both masculine, feminine, in all of its forms. And so the earth is moving through the gate 40, which is the gate of deliverance. And that's tied to allowing time to retreat, to renew, to rest, to go within and reflect on all that's happening in your external world and to stay connected to your inner self-worth. This is how you can be productive and bring to your tribe, to your community, what it is that you're good at. You can deliver what you promise. But if we're drained and we aren't taking that time to, go within, to kind of have some alone time to recharge, think about it. You're not going to be able to deliver the goods. You're not going to be able to deliver what, you promise, what you commit to in life. And so this is why it's important to ground this renewing energy into yourself and into your energy field. And so you've got a lot of support that you can pull on, from these different cosmic events that we're, in the midst of. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. And then we also talk about in human design the energy that the sun is moving through, because that's going to be, reflected. There will be light. It will be illuminated in your life. And so it's something that is good to be aware of. So again, you can ride that wave. You can ride that energy. And so these next couple days, the sun is going to be moving through the gate 37, which is the gate of family. It's the gate of friendships. It's the gate of community. And so this is all about creating harmony. And if you think about it, true harmony starts within. Because when you have that and you are able to not let the chaos, the outer circumstances that are going on around you knock you off your center and disrupt your inner peace, that is harmony. That is when you can harmonize with any environment. And so you can see how this is all coming together so nicely. And I wanted to just throw out a couple questions that you can ask yourself to kind of start, the ideas flowing, start the, resonance with these energetic frequencies. And so some questions to think about this week are, what practices do you have in place that cultivate an inner alignment and an inner sense of harmony? And if you don't, if you feel like, wow, gosh, now that I think about it, I don't really have, anything that I do consistently, this is a great week for you to just start creating some. Even if you add one more thing to your tool belt of, wellness tools in this week, it will give you benefit for the rest of your life, especially when we're talking about harmony and inner peace. And another question, when you feel that your outer world is chaotic and disruptive, how do you cultivate inner peace? And that goes back to, what are your tools in your toolkit that you can pull on? Because especially this last year, it's been very chaotic, very disruptive. All of our lives have been disrupted. And I think that this is a big, kind of question that has been in the back of our minds, these things about, what do I have to go to when things are too crazy? Do I have a place that I can retreat to? Do I have a sacred space, in my home that I can go to where I can just check out and just feel that sense of renewal and that sense of getting back to center? And I would love to hear about it. Please comment if you are watching or you watch the replay and you do have, hey, this is something that I've added into, my routine, and it's really helped me cultivate, an inner sense of harmony. Please share that out, because this kind of stuff is super powerful. And last question for you is, what can you do to cultivate a peaceful emotional frequency? Because we are all energy at the end of the day. Einstein has proved it. Even when you die, he proved, energy never dies. It just merely changes form. So when you think about everything vibrating in a certain, resonance, in a certain vibrational frequency, And with that peace, it vibrates at a specific emotional frequency. So, what are you doing to kind of make sure that you are in resonance with that frequency of peace as you move throughout your day, as you move throughout your week? And when you are aligned and you're centered in peace, it is contagious. It creates just a contagious energy of peace that you are transmitting to your friends, to your family, to everybody around you. Like we're talking this week about, the sun illuminating our community and how much we impact our community. And I mean, we all know, if you go into work and, you're having a pretty good morning, and then the person that sits next to you they missed their coffee, they were late to work, they're all frazzled, or you're in a meeting. It just takes one person to completely shift your energy if you let it. And so it's just so important for us to be aware of how we are impacting ourselves and how we are impacting others. And so for our biotones, what I put in today to just help with this energy, help us really, kind of bring in that resonance of peace is I put in energetic affirmation of I hold a peaceful frequency. So I really want you to, when we're doing the biotones and we're getting into that meditative state, just start to really think about that. And you can say that mantra over and over again while you're listening to the biotones to help you just open up to that frequency and that vibration. And then I also added in, as far as Chinese medicine goes, and acupuncture and qigong and all of that energy work that is based on meridians, energetic meridians that move throughout our body. The Du and the Ren meridian are the ultimate balance of masculine and feminine energy. The Du meridian running up the back, and the Ren, the feminine, running down the front. So when we bring those both in, that will absolutely balance out and harmonize, just like that circadian rhythm, if you will, within us. And then I added, I am not sure if you have ever heard of the Nogier tones. We're getting into frequencies now, but the Nogier tones are based off work that was done by Dr. Nogier that worked actually with acupuncture and found that all tissues and organs in the body are in resonance with specific frequencies. And so we're working tonight. I added in the Nogier D tones that it's actually the Hertz frequency. I don't know if anybody wants to know this, but I love this details and facts. The Hertz frequency is 2,336, and it basically essentially balances both sides of the brain. So again, super helpful in just creating that inner sense of balance and harmony. And then added in the heart chakra, because that's all about where we do settle into inner peace. And a lot of that is really starting to be aware of what you're holding on to in your heart that is getting in the way of that access to that inner peace. So as we're listening to these tones and doing this meditation, again, just be aware of focusing on opening up that heart space and really letting go of anything that is getting in the way of your peace, because you are in charge of your body, of your biofield, right? And you can set the boundaries and you can set the resonance in your space. And then finally, obviously put in the gene keys of the gate 37 and the gate 40, which interestingly enough actually forms a channel in human design. Instead of these being just two individual activations, when you form a channel, it takes on a quantum type of energy, a third new type of energy, if you will. And that creates the channel of community. So this week is going to be really focused on, how you can cultivate that peace and be that example within your community, of holding the highest vibrational state that you can hold. So it's really great energy if you let it. We can really open up some things tonight and really let go of what no longer serves us. So, without further ado, let's get going. Okay, why don't we go ahead, start to take some deep breaths, and we'll sit back in our chair and just start to let go of this entire week. Anything that you've been thinking about, anything that you've been trying to do and get done with that productive energy, that perfectionism energy of Virgo. Focusing on the exhale being longer than the inhale. And moving into your heart space. That's where your center is. That's where we really need to live from. That's where you will find inner peace. And with this next exhale, let's just start to drop that energy down, drop that light, that love from the heart space down through our torso, down into our legs, moving down into our feet, and through our feet, like roots of a tree, we can move that energy into the crust of Mother Earth and feel it grounding deep, deep, deep within the earth. Feel it going all the way down into the center of the earth, where there is perfection, where there is the ultimate harmony and balance of all the energies, of all that is in creation. And after you connect and you feel your energy plugging in to that greater energy of Gaia, of Mother Earth, that is the ultimate nourisher, and you connect in with that energy of perfection, that's where true perfection and peace are found. We're going to start to, with this next inhale, bring that energy back up through the channels that you've created, through those roots. And just like roots of a tree that receive their nourishment and all that they need to grow and to reach their full potential, that is what we're pulling in. That is what we're pulling back into our bodies. And we can feel that nourishment and those nutrients moving back up into our feet, back up in through our legs, in through our torso, and touching every organ and harmonizing all of our internal frequencies, reaching into our bloodstream, balancing that out, and adding that perfection into our blood so that it can get into every cell in our body. And we'll bring that back all the way up through our crown, through the top of our head, and raise that all the way up, through past the moon, past the sun, past all the stars in the sky, past all the planets in our universe. And we'll break through that barrier of the universe into the Akash, into the ether, into the ultimate energy of all that is. And tap into that creation, into that infinite possibility. And with this next inhale, we're going to start to bring that love and that light. Picture that golden light just sprinkling down like a snow, like a beautiful snow, just sprinkling back down into our crown chakra, into our bodies, and into our heart space, starting to mix in with that perfection that we've pulled in from Mother Earth. And open your heart space to receive the biotones, to really set your tone for this week, to be in resonance, to be in harmony, to balance all the energies that are in your energetic field, and to set the intention that this week you are going to master and hold the frequency, the vibration of peace. And if you have any thoughts still swirling around in your head, any mental activity, go ahead and picture wrapping that up into a crystal ball of consciousness. And on this exhale, just dropping that crystal ball down into your heart space. And that crystalline energy will purify any thoughts, any of that energy, and just turn it into light and love, and add that magnifying energy to what you've already got in your heart space. And so now that we have a powerful vibrational frequency, we're going to go ahead and play the tones. Oh, wow. That just went by way too fast. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. I went deep with that. I would love to hear what your reaction was. But that was beautiful. I was repeating the mantra. I was opening up my heart. I could feel myself letting go of, what no longer served me and what is getting in the way of my peace. And I truly hope that you were able to do the same, because this will help as much as we let it, as much as we're open to it, right? And this can have, especially with the gene key work, it can have permanent effects that really do imprint and impact our DNA. So thank you for tuning in and doing this beautiful work with me, because we aren't just healing ourselves, we are impacting so many other people, whether we even say a word or not. You guys know I'm all about the human design and the energetics, and 50% of our communication is nonverbal. So it's amazing to think of the power that holds. And if anybody is interested in diving deeper into their human design or understanding and embodying your human design, just reach out to me and let me know. I do individual sessions, and getting ready to embark on a beta test course for not just how to understand your human design, but how to actually really embody it and really integrate it so that you can and come together fully empowered to be the person that you came here to be and do the work you came here to do. And gosh, within a matter of me announcing the beta course, I think just 2 days, I've gotten 10 participants. So woohoo! Thank you for the interest. It's been amazing, and just so grateful and so happy for it and for all of you. And so if there's anybody that you know that could benefit from this work, please feel free to invite them into our group. Our group just continues to build and grow and expand, and I love it. I love I can just feel the energy magnifying within this container, and it's just beautiful. So thank you so much, and I wish you all a very, very peaceful week full of love and light and fun. And I will see you all next Sunday on the Muses Show that I do at 10 a.m. Pacific time with my gorgeous partners of Love and Light, Warriors in Love and Light, and also here at 5 p.m. Central. So have a great one, everybody, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.